she is trying to, yeah, it is being live streamed now. Please wait. She will start the recording also. Then you can. ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಅವರೇ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Just wait, children, a minute.
ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆಮೇಲೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Thank you. Hari Om to all the children present here. So this session is a storytelling session. So you all have to switch on your video first. Okay. And as you know, we start with the prarthana. Okay. So anybody want to do the prarthana or shall I start with the prarthana? Okay, I'll start with the prarthana. Hari Om. Who is that? Okay, everybody switch on your video. Okay. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptamena Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam, Narayana Sambharambham, Vyasacharya. One second, sorry. The Narayana Samarambham, Vyasacharya. Do you know anybody Narayana Samarambham?
Shankaracharya Madhyamam only, same.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Okay. So, as I said, we all should switch on the video. Then there is no point. Okay. The storytelling means first we should see each other's face. There are so many things, so many parameters which we will be seeing if we are able to do. So first try to switch on your videos. Okay. Then only we will be able to. Only I see two children, Ritvik and Prithvi. I could not see Akshat's video. I could not see, I do not know the baby's name, Pallavi ji. So try to switch on your video. Okay. Fine. So today is just the introduction to storytelling. So what do you think the introduction to the storytelling means? There are two things. Where did all the tales come from? That is the first question. Next is what the beginning of the storytelling in India. So these two are the important things first we need to know. After that, the next half an hour where I will be telling you some story. From in that, in the end or even in the middle, you should be very careful. Listen to it. Before that, do you have notebook and pen with you? If you do not have, you should bring your notebook and pen with you. Only for this session, have a notebook and pen. So you should be able to draw also. Okay, draw, write, whatever I'm asking you to do in the second half, you should be able to do. First half is what is theory. Second half is what is practical. Okay. For the practical, you need to have the notebook and pen. For the theory, you just need to listen. But I will ask you tomorrow the questions. You should be able to tell me what in the theory we discussed today. Okay. Fine. So now, first thing, introduction of the storytelling. We need to see where the tales come from. Okay. The stories form a link. Okay. Between two things. You need to write down this. What is that? Between our imagination and between our surroundings. Yes, Prithvi, what do you want to ask?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, will you please tell in Kannada, ma'am?
Kannada. Okay. I will try to tell in Kannada. I don't know how much I can convey in Kannada because I do not know to converse Kannada so well, but I will try. So first I will convert in English. Okay, story form the link between our imagination. Imagination, you know, that we imagine martivalva. So we do imagination. And then surrounding. Surrounding only nodtivi. We see around. Nodi, okay, yenide. So we need to observe. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Two things ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Two things we have to do. One is our imagination. Imagine ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Second, you see around the surroundings. Observation. Imagination, observation. Okay. These are the two key important things for a child's imagination. Okay. So it keeps changing. Alva? As you grow, it keeps changing. Small age alli, you like some toys. After that, you like some sports. After that, you like to read books. A change aagta ide. So like you keep changing. It keeps changing. So similarly, as per your brain is evolving, your imagination is evolving. As your imagination is evolving, your way of writing also evolves. So stories are all important medium. Yake important medium? So it, whatever is deep in your inside yourself, it comes where? Do you know? Daily you do it. Ritvik, can you reply me? Daily in the night you do this. Whatever deep in your mind, it comes out. When
we sleep, we dream.
Very good. Excellent. So like Ritvik said, all inside our deep impressions. For example, I see something today, very interesting, and I could not continue. I went somewhere. You sleep. In the night, it comes out in different ways, right? Same way it will not come. You will imagine into so many things. So what you have to do, whenever you get dreams, next day you try to write it down. Okay. So like that, we have so many things in our mind, which is there pressed. So we need to bring them out. Okay. First, the way how you have to portray something emotionally is with a character, correct? So what is first important? Now you should write down this, or you can remember. What is the first thing? Character. So a story has to be built with a character. For example, I want to do a tiger story, or namgu goat story beko. Tiger story, goat story, edo undu. So you need to imagine that. So like that tiger story, goat story. So that is the lead character. And then you need to take that from that character. Then what you have to do? First sound. And then what you have to do? Sight. Like for example, how does the tiger make a sound? Prithvi, hello? Tiger ಏನ್ sound ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ?
ಹೆಂಗ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಟೈಗರ್? ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಜೋರ್ ಮಾಡ.
ಅಲ್ವಾ? Correct. Goat ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ರಿತ್ವಿ? What does the goat make a sound?
It bleats.
Bleats is this what you write in a story. But when you do a storytelling, you need to be very creative. For example, nah, nah. Can you hear that?
Ba, ba,
It is nah, nah.
ma, ma.
So that is the sound. So every storyteller, whatever story they want to make, they should know the sound of that character. Okay, first point, sound of the character. Next, how does it look? For example, you can use a puppet, right? Puppet. For example, a goat puppet. You can make with stick, with hand. Goat puppet ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, tiger ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, or face mask ಹಾಕಬಹುದು, right? Like that. So when you do a storytelling, first is important is sound. Second one is how you make everybody to watch you, right? Second. And next one is you should know if they are in the forest, you should tell about the smell to whoever is listening. You are a storyteller now, right? Because you have come to the session. You want to become a storyteller. Then you should tell them, it is in the forest. So many smells. Flowers are there. They smell like this or this, that. So first is sound. Nah. Second is sight, mask or in hand. Third is smell. And fourth is emotion. How do you bring your emotion? This is one emotion. This is one emotion. This is one emotion. Based upon the character, emotion will change. What are all the things we saw now? Prithvi, hello. First, story ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು?
Imagine.
Imagination. ಆಮೇಲೆ
Pressure. Expression.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಡೈಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು. Ritvik, can you continue? What is the next one?
Sound and sight.
So we need to, third one is character. You need to decide who is your main character, right?
Yeah.
After that is sound, and then is sight, and final one is the smell. You need to bring the smell of, so that everybody should come into your story. You should not like they should be like, she's telling some story, boring agide. They should not do that. They should also come along with you in the story. And next is your emotion. This is a fierce tiger, very scared goat, fast moving, what is that, horse, or mischievous monkey. So you need to bring the emotion ಬರಬೇಕು ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವೋ ದಟ್ ಎಮೋಷನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ is very important. Why important? Because you can communicate with others. For example, whatever your elders read, no, lot of stories. How do they say tell? They tell by story. Story tara helbeku. Although if you do like this, emotions and all that, everybody will come and watch. So why do you all sit so much time with the TV or so much time with the video games and all that? Because you like it. Similarly, the storytelling has to be made very interesting, entertaining, like how I said. Okay. So now this is in the introduction about how do you tell a story, how do you design. But beginning of every story, you know how it is. This is a very important story. Tomorrow I'm going to ask a question on this. Somebody has to tell the story. So listen to me carefully. Once upon a time, Parvati. After this, you need to have your notebook and pen. First, let's finish this story. Okay. Once upon a time, Parvati and Lord Shiva, they were talking, pestering, Lord Shiva's wife is Parvati, you know, right? So Parvati, Lord Shiva's wife, she pestered him. Tell me a story, very interesting story. Helu anta. Parvati Devi idaralva, gottalva Parvati Devi, gottalva Prithvike. Parvati Devi is Lord Shiva's wife. She kept on pestering him to tell her a story, very interesting story. Nan beku, nan bore kotta ide, original story beku, yaru kelilla aa story beku, nobody should have heard that story. I want that kind of story. She kept on asking. Then Shiva, who liked Parvati very much, he agreed. Okay, bore kotta ide, nan heltini, I will tell you a story. So to make sure they not be disturbed or interrupted, you know who was there? There is somebody who is there, always taking care that that Shiva doesn't get disturbed. Who is it? Gotta? Ritvik?
No, Nandi.
Very good. So it's okay, Prithvi. You can listen to Ritvik and know. So Nandi is a bull. Okay, Nandi bull, who is the Vahana, right? He is the gatekeeper. He is a gatekeeper and he protects the entrance, not to allow anyone to enter into Kailasha without his knowledge. So Nandi is a great devotee, alva? So he placed himself at the entrance, and Shiva began a story of who is that Vidyadhara. Vidyadhara means the sea of knowledge. Vidya, knowledge. Dhara, the sea. Vidyadhara, the sea of knowledge. This was the story. Shiva and Parvati were so engrossed in the story that they did not notice a Gandharva coming. Who is that Gandharva? You know, you should remember the name. Tomorrow I'll ask. His name is Pushpadanta. So Pushpadanta was the Gandharva, and Shiva's principal attendant entered inside. Nandi said, no, you cannot go. Don't go. Then he said, no, Pushpadanta has come. I want to go. Nandi protested. Hey, you cannot go there. There is some important thing going on. But he went inside to say Pushpadanta has come. Now Pushpadanta could not keep the story to himself, because he also immediately listened, no, that story speakingly. We also do, no, sometimes in our house when somebody is very important, they are speaking, closing the door, we go and listen what they are saying. I also want to know. So like that, Pushpadanta went, okay, like that. He's a Gandharva. So he has a very good memory also. So he peekingly listened. Even though Nandi did not allow, he somehow listened to that story. Immediately, when we listen to something, our head becomes so big, like Ravana. We want to tell it to somebody. So this Pushpadanta, he's a Gandharva, and he listened to this by peekingly to this story, and immediately he want to tell it. So his wife name is Jaya. So when Jaya met Parvati in her chambers next day, she narrated the story of Vidyadhara to her. Parvati was like, you said the story was, whatever you said the story was unique and special. But even my friend knows about it. How can you be special? Because Jaya knew it from Pushpadanta. But Parvati did not know that he peekingly listened. But this lady, what happened? This Parvati got angry. Huh? Shiva, you said this story is unique. See, Jaya also knows this story. How she can know? So you have broken my trust. I will not believe you anymore. Shiva closed his eyes and he opened his, what is here? Illi enirutte?
ಮೂರನೇ ಕಂಡ್ರಿ ಮಿಸ್ ಮೂರನೇ ಕಂಡ್ರಿ ಮಿಸ್
Correct. Third eye irutte. So the third eye, he opened the third eye. So he could now see how Pushpadanta has sneaked into the room and quietly stood behind the pillar and listened to the tale. Okay, anta. So Pushpadanta was called. He asked Shiva, "Hey, Pushpadanta, tell truth." You can mute yourself, okay? Others will also listen. So he confessed, "Yes, Shiva, I listened to the tale while hiding behind the pillar." So then there is one person called Malayavan. He tried to placate Shiva. "No, Shiva, it's okay. Do not worry." So, however, the Parvati was very angry. So she cursed both of them and said, "You will be reborn again as mortals." And you know what is a mortal, Ritvik?
We are mortals.
Sorry?
We are mortals. Whoever are born and then they die, they are mortals.
Correct. So the Gandharvas are not mortals. So, but when you give this shapa, then what happens? They will be born. So, like she gave a shapa, that curse, that you will be reborn as a mortal, and then you will be. But later, like when Pushpata, like, "Oh no, please, sorry," he was pleading, "Don't do this." So he said, no, you will be reborn and mortal. Only when Pushpadanta speaks to the like he speaks to a devil, Kanabhuti, who resides in the Vindhyas, and then only you will be transformed back, she said. So Malayavan will be released from the curse only when he recollects the story of the what is that? There is he need to go and tell all this story from one to the other, and then he will be released back only when when the story world vanishes. So accordingly, Pushpadanta was born. He was born as one person name. You need to remember this. He was born as Vararuchi. Okay, Vararuchi. And there was one more person who also heard it, Malayavan. So he was born as Gundia. So there are two people. One is Vararuchi, another one is Gundia. So they a very learned man. Okay. He knows lot of languages. Okay. He was appointed as the minister in his birth. So now this is a different story. Remember, they are born now. Okay. They are born now. So they are now appointed as a minister in the king's court. So the king's name is, I'm going to ask tomorrow, what is the king's name? You should remember, Shatavahana. Okay. The king's name is Shatavahana. So he wrote 7 books. Okay. And the book name is called Granthas those times. And each containing lots and lots of stories. So he wrote lot of books. So, and then he wrote the books of those times, they didn't have pen. With what he would have written? Ritvik, can you say? With what he would have written? Can you imagine?
Since they didn't have pen, maybe he could have. They used a quill. They used a quill, a feather.
No.
They used stones to write on a palm leaf.
Can imagine this. but you can, if you can think. He wrote it with blood. He wrote it with blood. So what happened? Well, he wrote it with the blood, and then, but nobody was interested to listen to his story. So when the king went to, now that scene is over. He went. Now there is a king, the same king. What was his name? Shatavahana. You should remember. So the Shatavahana went to the forest to hunt. You know, they will hunt usually, the kings. So he went in the horse to hunt. So he could not find anything to hunt, because all the animals and the birds were somewhere else. Where? Can you imagine where the birds? Anybody? Where the birds and animals are? Ellidare birds and animals. Gunadhya story. So nobody is listening except the animals and birds. So the animals and birds are only listening to this Gunadhya story. So they are all busy listening to Gunu. Nobody, no human is there. So he kept on narrating to the animals and birds. So this Gunadhya was frustrated that nobody is listening to my story. So he created a huge fire. And he put all his books, that granthas on it, tapa, tapa, tapa. He got frustrated. So whenever we are frustrated, no, what do? Like this only, no? We tear something, we throw things, we do all types of tantrums. I want this toy, I want this thing, I want phone. We roll down and cry and so many things like. Similarly, here also, he got so frustrated. Nobody is there to listen me. Tapa, tapa, he put it on the fire. So Shatavahana suddenly realized and ran towards it. What is the smell? What is happening? He saw this, all this was happening, but it was too late, as that Gunadhya jumped into that fire only because he got frustrated. Then Shatavahana could only give that only one grantha was somewhat saved, the seventh grantha. It had lakhs and lakhs of stories. So this king Shatavahana spread the flames of the stories.
Now, what is a grantha?
So grantha means where like it is kind of a book. So where you have all these, for example, now you have so many like social science and so many things, right? So like that, they have in that book, he had so many stories. So in that, he had found that lakhs and only what he found, only the seventh, 6 are burnt. In that itself, he had lakhs and lakhs of stories. So this king Shatavahana, he somehow he could put off the fire, and he then he got only one book. So it was translated. Then it was in some language which was she could not understand. So he got one man and translated it to Sanskrit. So that time Sanskrit was prevalent, not like now. So then he compiled them in one book. So that book name is Katha Saritra Sagara. Okay, Katha Saritra Sagara. So this is how the storytelling, beginning of storytelling came in India. So this every stories have come Katha Saritra Sagara. What is Sagara? Anybody know? What is Sagara?
Ocean.
Correct. So it's a sea. So sea of stories. Katha Saritra Sagara means sea of stories. Okay. So now I hope you are all having your notebook and a pen. You're all ready for the second part? Okay. So this story is not a big story. It is very small, but it is for your creativity. Okay. So today, day one, story is for creativity. So this story is named as Lolly's Little World. Okay. Now, as I say, you need to should not write anything. Okay. But you should be imagining it and drawing it. Okay. Imagine, draw. 2 point. Imagine, draw. Okay. It is for your creativity. So it is a very small one, but it is only for your imagination. Okay. Lolly sat in the classroom. Okay. Lolly sat in the classroom with a white paper in front of us, in front of her. No writing, no writing. I should not see any writing like lolly, all that. Okay, only drawing or pictures. Lolly sat in the classroom with a white paper in front of her. Okay, she took a brown color crayon. You should also have crayon now with you or any color pencil. I hope you all have a color pencil box with you nearby. Ritvik, do you have? You need to send me the pictures. I will add the homework. Do you have any color pencil with you? Sketch pen? Nothing?
No.
Okay, okay. You can find, I'll wait. Ellaru hogi color pencil or crayon or sketch edo ondu takondu banni. So because you need to submit this today, like tomorrow I should see this, at least tomorrow morning I should see this. It's okay if your drawing is not good. It's not a big drawing. It is very simple one. You could find, Ritvik. Hey, in school you have a drawing class, right? How will you not have color pencils? I don't believe. Prithvi, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಒಂದು?
Ma'am, I'm not at home, ma'am. I've gone to Shimoga for holidays. I'm in the resort.
No problem. You just put whatever you have with. ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀರೋ, you should bring color pencil box or crayon box. Okay? Okay, fine. Lolly is a girl. She was in a classroom. She had a white paper in front of her. She took the brown color crayon and she drew a mountain. Oh, I should not draw. I should not show you. Okay. I am a storyteller, right? So I use my hand for gestures. But if I do it now, it is easy for you. So I will try to contain myself. Okay. She took a brown color crayon and she drew a mountain. Okay. She took a brown color crayon and she drew a mountain. I am not going to tell how the mountain will look. It is your imagination. And you are going to send this, okay, today. Then after she drawing it, she colored it with brown color. Okay. She looked around and saw her, now the next continuing the story. She looked around and saw her doll's pink lips. Okay. What did she see? She saw a doll. Okay. She saw a doll around and it had pink lips. Okay. So what she did, she drew a mouth and eyes for that mountain. Seeing the doll, she saw 2 eyes. Oh, I should not show that again. 2 eyes and 1 mouth. And she drew it in the mountain. Okay, this is your imagination. It can be any way. It's okay. Don't bother if you're not a good drawer. Good artist. I'm sorry. Good artist also. Don't bother. Now,
we need a Kannada translation, whatever you are saying.
I will tell again. Dolly classroom ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಒಂದು ವೈಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅವಳ ಮುಂದೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಳು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಕ್ರೇಯಾನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಅವಳ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಡಾಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಡಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಏನಿದೆ? ಪಿಂಕ್ ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವಳು ಅದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನು ಒಂದು ಮೌತ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, 2 ಐಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್. Prithvi's mother, you should not draw. So I'm just saying if you are drawing because it is for them to imagine. So let them draw whatever they are. ಸೊ ಅದು 2 ಐಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಒಂದು ಮೌತ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೌ ದ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಸೊ ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ? ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಇದೆ. ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 2 ಐಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾಳೆ, ಒಂದು ಮೌತ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾಳೆ, ಅದು ಡಾಲ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಅವಳು ಒಂದು ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಸರ್ಕಲ್, ಅದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಕಲರ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾಳೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸರ್ಕಲ್, ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಕಲರ್. Now wait, I am going to ask question. Then the teacher came and asked, hey Lolly, is it a sun? ಅದು ಸನ್ ಅದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಟೀಚರ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇ ಲಾಲಿ, is it a sun? ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಲಾಲಿ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್? ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಹೇಳು, ಲಾಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿ?
Yes, it is fun.
Yes, okay. Pallaviya, ಯಾರವರು? Who I don't know who is it. Whoever is in the name Pallavi, what do you think it is? The orange circle.
Orange bit.
Huh? Orange. Nice. Ritvik, what do you think? Ritvik?
Yeah, she'll tell that this is a mountain, not an orange circle.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is a picture. She drew one circle. Listen carefully. She drew one circle and colored it orange. It is apart from the mountain. Mountain is over. There was one mountain, brown, and the mountain over. This is the circle is orange.
Oh, then that will be the sun.
What the teacher? You know what Lolly said? Lolly said, no, it is a lollipop. So she said, and put a stick under that. Okay. Oh, you should only draw. I'm sorry. So after that, she put a stick under that orange color round. ಅದು ಏನಿದೆ ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವಳು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ, ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆರೆಂಜ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ. ಟೀಚರ್ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರು, ಏನಿದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವಳು ಹೇಳಿದಾಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಲಾಲಿಪಾಪ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಳೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ, ಸೊ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶಿ ಡ್ರೂ ಅ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಶಿ ಡ್ರೂ ಅ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್. ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಮೇಘ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ದೆನ್ ಡ್ರೂ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಹೌಸ್.
Moda.
I'm sorry, Moda. Then she drew a little house and said, "This is my house." So you have to draw house. Okay, I need it tomorrow or today in yavudu time alli beda. You can send that. So then she drew a house. Okay, you can draw any your imagination house. So then she said, "This is my house." Okay, then she drew a river. So what she drew? ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಮದರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ರಿವರ್ ಏನು ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೂ.
ನದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನದಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ತಮಿಳ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನದಿ. ನದಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ. ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದಾಳೆ. ಫಿಶಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ?
ಫಿಶ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು?
ಫಿಶ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದಾಳೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಪಲ್ಲವಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳು. ಏನ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್?
ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
What is it?
My name is Shreyan. So 1 second, I'll rename myself. And
what was it in the first?
I first drew Lolly. I first drew Lolly at a desk, holding a blank piece of paper, and then after that, I drew the piece of paper and drew a mountain on it, and then I drew.
Let's continue because they will get bored. Let us see. Ritvik, can you say what is the second thing? He was perfect. First was Lolly and then a paper. I want to know what Ritvik did second.
Next one we have to do was to draw crayon and color it to brown. And if since I didn't have color pencil, I just shaded it and called it brown.
Clever, very nice. Okay, then Akshat or Vibhav, I don't know if you are there and you did all that work what I told. So if you have already drawn, what is the next thing? Gottilla. Sorry?
Ma'am, we didn't have book.
Okay, so homework not done first day. Prithvi ji, what is the next? ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನು? ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ರಿತ್ವಿಕ್ ಅವರು? ಕ್ರೇಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕ್ರೇಯಾನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ?
Mountain.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ. ಏನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ? ಏನಿದೆ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ? ಏನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ? ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಕಿ, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಇವರು ರಿತ್ವಿಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಕಲರ್. ನಾವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ. ಶ್ರೇಯಾಂಶ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಬ್ರೌನ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್?
Next, after the mountain, I drew a lollipop. Oh wait, should I show? After the mountain, I drew a lollipop. And then,
wait.
then I drew a cloud in the house.
Something. Okay, Ritvik, after the mountain, what is it?
After the mountain was actually an orange circle.
No,
Before lolly turned into lolly.
No, in between there is something. After mountain, what happened?
After mountain happened, and the teacher came.
Oh, wow.
Actually, she drew a circle and started coloring it orange.
No, before that, she saw something nearby.
Doll.
Yes. How did you miss it? She saw it. You didn't do that? You missed it. That's why I said follow carefully. I told 3 times in Kannada, English, all the language. Okay. So Amele, there was one doll. This is why this storytelling is very interesting, because you should have your creativity, imagination, and you should follow carefully. If your mind goes out, you will miss the story. Then it is a very small story, but still how many details are there? She colored brown. After that, she saw her doll with pink lips. Okay, some doll, crap doll, you can draw anything, but just pink lips is important. You don't have pink color, I know. I'm sure you are going to write pink. So one doll and pink lip. Yes, Prithvi avaru heli doll ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಒಂದು ಡಾಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿತ್ತು ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು?
Kannu bai miss.
Very good, Prithvi. Kannu bayu, she draw. Correct. Shriyansh, can you tell me, after eyes and mouth drawn inside?
After
Two devices.
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, because you didn't switch on the video, we didn't call you. Samyukta, tell me.
So after the doll,
She drew the lollipop.
I colored it, and then I drew a cloud with the house, and then next to the house I drew a river
Wait.
with a fish in.
Okay, before that, Samyukta wants to say something. Yes, Samyukta.
After drawing the eyes and the mouth on the mountains, she drew a lollipop. She drew a circle and colored it orange. And then the teacher came in and asked what it was, and she asked whether it was a sun. She told no, it's a lollipop, and she drew a small stick under it.
Sequence. So what is important in a story? A sequence is important. So you should remember, you cannot say it away, jump to lollipop. All the boys are saying lollipop, lollipop. What about eyes? What about mouth? What about the doll she watched? You should remember all the sequence. Then you can tell one story. The boy went, the next thing happened. In between what happened? Nothing. The story will be hanging on here and there. It will not be meaningful. So you should come in sequence. So the orange color crayon, then she's teacher came and like how our excellent, I forgot her name, Samyukta, right? How Samyukta said you should do, like you should go in the sequence. You should remember, this is why I told you, imagine and then go into the story. So she drew orange color circle. The teacher asked what it was, and then she said no, it is not a sun. Then she said smilingly, it's a lollipop, and she drew a stick. Okay, then what did she draw? Now you can tell me. After lollipop, you are on mute.
She drew a cloud, and then inside the cloud she drew a house with a river.
Ma'am,
flowing
she drew.
through it.
Ma'am, she drew a house first.
Did the cloud?
She drew a house and then drew a river and then she drew the clouds.
One person at a time. How did you say this house is inside the cloud? No.
What you said.
I said that you should draw a cloud, and that was over. After that, she drew a little house.
Oh, so it wasn't inside it.
Be carefully. You don't go into what you want to do. It is Lolly's world. Okay. So yes. What did you do, Ritvik, after the cloud?
Cloud, we were supposed to draw a little house.
Where? On the cloud?
No, not on the cloud. On the
On the cloud. Okay, after not on the cloud. Good. So she drew a house and she said that was her house. Now, Prithvi ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿ after house ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ draw ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? House ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? Mute ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Samyukta, don't tell. You know everything. I don't want you to. ನದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನದಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಿದ್ದಿತ್ತು? ಫಿಶ್ ಇದ್ದಿತ್ತು. Okay. So now next continue ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So then we see the mountain smiling and the lollipop. Okay, the lollipop. So what she's imagining now? Can you say? The mountain smiling and the lollipop. With that, what is that? Anybody? Mountain. Yes, Shriyansh.
Mountain eating the lollipop.
Mountain eating the lollipop. Okay. Ritvik?
Actually, I think she's imagining a mountain near her house eating the lollipop.
Okay, nice. Prithvi, ನೀವೇನ್ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅದು ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಮೈಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಲಾಲಿಪಾಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನಿದೆ? ಇದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಲೆಟ್ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಸೇ.
ಏನ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತೈತಿ ನನಗೆ?
ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್, ನಾವ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಐತಿ ಲಾಲಿಪಾಪ್ ಐತಿ, ನಿಂಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತೈತಿ ಅದ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ? ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅನಿಸ್ತೈತಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲ.
That's okay, good. That is also a good imagination. Wait, let Samyukta finish and then I'll come back to Shriyansh. Samyukta, what do you think? No, good.
I think she is thinking of a scenery and maybe there are not trees there, so there are lollipops instead of trees.
Very good, nice. Okay, yes, Shriyansh, come back. You can say.
I think she is reading or drawing an illustrated book, and
Yes.
so first there's a schoolgirl reading a book, and then she sees a mountain with which is eating a lollipop, and
I didn't say any book in the story till now.
no, then I think she's drawing a set of pictures to make into a book.
Okay, nice. Okay, so let us see what she has done. I will say the story. Okay, continuing. Good. Everybody have their own imagination. There is nothing like wrong, but in this story, then why she did it? Because Prithvi ಅವರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಇದೆ. ಅವಳಕ್ಕೂ ಡೈಲಿ ಲಾಲಿಪಾಪ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. She wants lollipop daily. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ she drew lollipop so that ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರು in her world she can take lollipop any time. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಲಿಪಾಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿ. So whatever you like, you can take any time, right? So what do you like, Shriyansh, that you want daily?
But ma'am, the lollipop is alright. But how is the fish in the water and the mountains related? How is it related?
I'll come to that. Yeah. Shriyansh?
Daily what I would like is I don't know, cake.
Tell me, how you will not know? You should know what you like. Ritvik, what do you like? Daily you want something. What is it, Ritvik?
Ma'am, anything sweet, ma'am.
Very good. See, he is very clear what he wants. Prithvi, ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡೈಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನೋ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಯಾವ್ದದು?
Chocolates, Miss.
Ah, see, he also has. How come, Shreyansh, you will not have? Samyukta, what do you think daily?
No, I said
Pani puri.
Pani puri. Good. Okay, so you are today in the night going to draw your own world with pani puri, sweet, ಇವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? Chocolate. Yes, Shreyansh, what do you want?
I said cake and or sweets and savories.
Okay, whatever you want. I want a picture of that. This is one story. This story is about Lolly's little world. So, Shreyansh is going to draw Shreyan's little world. Ritvik is going to draw Ritvik's little world. Ivrhu name ಬಂದು Prithvi. Prithvi, ನೀವೇ draw ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ world. Okay? And Samyukta is going to draw her own world. Whatever she wants. Okay? Ivru now continuing this story. So that she wants a lollipop garden near her house.
Can I
So
left
she
the
started
class?
drawing many orange lollipops around.
Can I left the class
House.
again?
She drew a house, right?
Yeah.
Drew a house. Around the house, she's drawing lots of lollipops. Tree tara. Lollipop tree ಇದೆ ಅವರ ಮನೆ ಸುತ್ತಿ ಕೊಂಡು she draw a lot of lollipop. So that there is no scarcity of lollipop. Anytime she wants, she can take it. Okay, you should draw now near the house, wherever you have drawn around, you should draw a lot of lollipop. Okay, and next, she likes fishes. Okay, you remember drawing fish?
Okay. ನಾನು left ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಶ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದೀವಲ್ವಾ? So but she doesn't like fishes in the water. She cannot see, no? So you know what is her imagination? She drew wings for the fishes. So now you are going to draw wings for the fishes. Can you draw them? Samyukta, Ritvik, and whoever is already drawn.
Ma'am, I drew a small drawing and the paper is very small. I already struggled to draw the fish. Now I have to struggle to draw a wing.
No problem. Try to. That's why I always say bring a notebook and pen wherever you go. Okay, right? But you have to draw if you can. But remember, the fishes have wings. Okay, this is how the imagination goes. So she has wings and she has colorful wings, not just one color, different color wings. Okay, and then they're all swimming. And now she likes flowers. So she wants to put flowers around them in the water. Okay, so you can put any flower. Usually there will be lotus. You can put any flower or lily or any flower, whatever color you want. But Lolly is so different. She put some flower with green color, but she doesn't tell us what color, what is that flower actually is. Usually leaves are in green color, but this Lolly has drawn a flower which is green in color. Okay, but you can draw any flower. It's okay. Okay, and then she's very happy and says, I want to stay here. Okay, so do you all want to see Lolly's world? I want to see Lolly's world in your notebook. So you all have to send the Lolly's world, that little small world, to me. Okay, you are all in the WhatsApp group. So please take a picture of whatever you have done today and you are going to send me. Okay, this is Lolly's world. Next, what is the second homework? You are going to draw your world, whatever you want to see around. She wanted mountain. She's a mountain person, but she wanted river also. Sometimes you can go and play. So she draws river. So she has mountain, she has river, she wants greenery, but with lollipop greenery. So she is so interesting. So I want to see how interesting you are all. But please do not get help from your parents. Parents ninda help beda. Nive maadbeku. Okay? I want your work. I don't want parents' work. Parents are not attending this session. Children are attending this session. It's okay, you cannot draw. I also cannot draw so good. So whatever is your imagination, ade beku. Okay? 2 drawings. One is Lolly's world. One is your own world. So that it's okay. They're all your friends. If somebody says, is it, nobody is going to say anything. Okay? Right. So you should draw your own world and send me. So this is today's story. Tomorrow I have something else interesting that in the second half. tomorrow, I don't know if the session is there. I think it is again, the other session is Monday. So that is another interesting story, but I will not reveal it now.
Actually, ma'am, you're correct. It's Monday. The schedule has been shifted. There's 1 day gap between each session.
Okay, right. So I think Monday is the other session. You should tell me the name. Okay, you should tell me the name of the characters today. The king's name, the Gandharva's name, then the Parvati, Shiva's gatekeeper, and the two people who got this curse and what happened to them. So I will ask you. So anybody I can pick up. Yarona kelbodu. So you should remember and tell. It's okay if you don't tell. Don't take a lot of stress. This is just a happy session where we are all trying to put our minds and bring the concentration and get everything out of us. Okay. So it is an open session. So no stress, no strain. If you can remember, good. If you cannot, that means you should work on your memory, right? And also you should work on your concentration. Like Ritvik, you should not do like that. You should remember that there was a doll, pink color lips. I said 3 times, more than 3 times, but you could not remember. So you should totally be present next class. Please bring paper, notebook, pencil, crayon, whatever possible. We have daily sessions like this. In the second half, it is your time. I am going to tell a story. You are going to, next session, I will not tell you what it is because you will lose only if I say, then you will lose the interest. You should keep thinking what it will be about. So today's session is more on your imagination. So I want you to send me the homework and you should all try to recollect about the Shiva story. Okay. In your free time and try to see how much you could remember. And you should also try to tell others about how the story started. The Katha, what is it? Katha Sarita Sagara. Katha Sarita Sagara. Okay. Right. So we are now come to the end of the session. Anybody wants to say anything? Akshat, Vibhav, Ritvik, Samyukta ji.
How are the mountains related to the story?
No, she wants to live in a place where it is mountain, where there is a mountain. That's what she said. So she wants to live in a place where there is a mountain. She wants to live in a place where there is a river and our house is close to the river. And she wants to see the beautiful clouds and the lollipop garden and so many fishes with wings. And she has a lot of good imagination. So like that, you also might want to for example, nowadays there are so many houses very close by, small houses. One house is built over another. There is no place. You cannot have a garden. So many problems. So you can think, what do you want? What I want. So you can draw something like that. Whatever you want your place to be. Probably in future that will help you to build your own house. Right? So you should think, you should imagine, you should bring out all whatever you think that where you want to be and whatever you want to be around. It's okay. If they are not in reality also, it's okay. See, fish. Do you see fish with wings? No, but she drew. It's okay. Your world can be anything. When we used to do our storytelling sessions to the children offline, not this is live. Usually I do it offline. They used to come up with so many imaginative things. I was like, wow. Like I do not have those papers with me now. They were like so colorful and so many things, like a rhinoceros having humps and so many whatnot. So nice. They want to live in a desert, but with the desert, and so they want ice creams and and their clouds were filled with what is that? What was that? Something so interesting. So that when it rains, they will get it. Tuck, 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 then they will eat. So it was all so bubbly and nice. So think, imagine. Don't be stereotypic that, oh, I see house near me is only having small park. I will also draw only small park. Don't do that. You bring your imagination and draw it and try to send me. Okay, I am just waiting to see all your work. So do it. 2 works, Lolly's world and your own world, right? Okay, thank you. So with this, we are come to the end. Akshat ji, can you recite the closing prayer?
Om Sato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Nanu Nanyambudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivananu Nane Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam.
Wow, excellent. Okay. Hari Om to everybody who were joined today. I please do send your works, however it is. Don't think that it is good, ugly, and all that. Send it. It is your imagination. So it need not be a beautiful drawing. Whatever you have done, that is good enough. Thank you for joining. I hope it was interesting. I want to see you all again on Monday with another story. And in the end, there is one surprise. You all should, I will give you one topic. You all will write your own story and you're going to depict with whatever I'm helping you. I will tell you how to tell a story with so many other things. Today also I told, but this is just a beginning.
Ma'am, you will give us the topics and can tell our own story.
What is it?
Thank you. Thank
Ma'am,
you,
you
ma'am.
will give us the topics or do we have to tell our own story?
Oh, I will give you topic. We will have time also. But Ritvik, one thing. First, for a storyteller, he should be slow. You cannot speak like then other person will not understand. Ma'am, you will tell a story or we have to choose a topic. You should be slow like this. Okay? Very nice, children. Thanks for coming and joining. I'm happy having you all here. So I want everybody to switch on your video next time with pen, notebook, pencil, crayon, everything. Okay? Thank you. Please send your homeworks. Thank you, Katyayani ji.